Hi, long time no coding, I guess. Um, this is going to be at least quest 2 of story 2 of Everybody Codes. It has been a very long time since I put this together. I attempted to make a video for when I did quest 1, but something went wrong with OBS and the audio on that video is just crud. It's just trash audio. Hopefully this will be better. I'm using a different audio device. We'll see if this captures audio all the way through. It's a little bit of a shame because in Quest 1 I was stuck for a good long time, an hour or more, on what ultimately turned out to be kind of silly Golang library issue. I was accidentally using the result of scanner.bytes without copying it somewhere, and so the byte array that I was using was getting rewritten, and that meant that I wasn't dealing with the input that I thought I was dealing with. So nothing specific to the problem really, but still a good lesson and maybe a good debugging lesson, how you can figure out that sort of issue. In any case, I'm going to go ahead here and do Quest 2, and we're going to see how that goes. I have a basic little framework set up for Quest 2. This is, set up as I've set up these other things. That's the URL. That's where I'm going to be putting stuff in for story 2. I'm going to be putting stuff in here in a Quest 2 subdirectory, which I obviously haven't made yet. So let's go though. I haven't yet opened Quest 2, so I have no idea what it contains. So here we go. Story. I wouldn't be quite myself. Yeah. Okay, this guy is scum. What do children absolutely adore? Balloons. Okay. Spot of wide. Okay. Crossbow doesn't shoot real arrows, specifically designed for shooting totally harmless fluff bolts. Firstly, red fluff bolt, then a green one, followed by a blue one, after which he turns red one. Red, green, blue. Balloons come in 3 colors. Just like fluff bolts, arrangement is random. Fluff bolt hits balloon, pop is heard. Way to win this point. How many fluff bolts need to be shot to destroy all the balloons? The closest guesses. If a fluff bolt hits a balloon of its own color, it continues flying and can pop subsequent balloons. Oh, so they're like lasers or something. The colors of the fluff bolt and balloon are different. Fluff bolt pops along with it. Simplest way to understand. Red, green, blue. Balloons are lined up on the child. Fluff bolt passes through all of them with the color. Okay, shot from the left in the order red, green, and blue. Can pass through them, and so first we shoot a red, and so it stops there and pops. Second is green. Third is blue, so it goes through 2. Okay, but apparently the thing it flew through is also... If a fluff bolt hits a balloon of its own color... so the balloon is also popped. They didn't clarify that. So not like lasers. The third fluff blue, 7 fluff bolts. Okay, looks pretty straightforward. Yes. Okay, so I've downloaded the file, I've moved it over. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay. Scanner equals. You know what? I don't feel like remembering that from cold. I'll do this. Pull a line from okay, buff.io.new scatter. So what do I do? Well, scanner.scan. Yeah. Balloons. Actually, here. Scanner.scan. Scan. And then empty input file. Balloons. Scanner dot text. Sure. And then what do I want to do? I want to right. So what do we do first? We do red, green, blue. Okay. For shot 1, balloon start. Balloon start is less than length of balloons. Shot plus plus. And then shot color. var shot color. Run or byte? I'll say byte. Switch shot %3. Case 1. Remember, because we color. Case 2. Shot color. RG. Case 0. Shot color B. That is the order, right? RGB, yes. Okay, and then I don't know if I need the brakes there. I can't remember if Golang does the fall through, but just in case it does. So then I do well, balloon start, and while is not a Go word, for balloon start balloons and balloon start equals and balloons bracket balloon start equals shot color balloon start plus. Why is it? Oh. Are these unnecessary? Yeah. Okay. I thought they might be. I couldn't remember if Golang fell through and I didn't want to accidentally fall through. So if balloon start is less than balloons, and then if, well, I could just do this anyway. Balloon start plus plus. And then P1 shot. Okay, shot. There we go. Okay, I like that. Let's do go, run, quest 2, 132. Okay, let's see how that goes. 132. Okay. So let's try this. Let's try that. Okay, so that should give us 7. So let's say okay, that gives us 8. Why does that give us 8? Right. Shot will always be... Shot will be 1 off. Yeah, because it does... Okay, so the first time it goes through and the second time, though, it does that first, and then it checks that. Okay. So I don't like that shot -1. Instead, I'd rather do shot to 0, and then here I have to change these to 0, 1, and 2. And that gives us 7. We do that, 131. Yep. Okay, during grand festivals, balloons are arranged at perfectly Fluffbots are fired in such a way that they fly perfectly through the center of this circle of fluffbots. First balloon and continues flying can pop the balloon directly opposite. Only if the number of balloons before Splatoon after each shot, balloons. Task involves predicting the number of fluffbots. Number of needs to be repeated 100 times. Number each. Only 5 times. Sure. Okay. Okay, so the question is, okay, so we do all this, and we always delete the one at index 0, and we sometimes delete the one that is directly opposite it. If the one at index 0 had okay. Right. Gonna make a list, gonna remove things from the list. There, that should be fine. Okay. Download. Copy. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're doing, and then we are pulling in part 2. Now I could do that. Instead, I'm going to do a linked list, I think. Do I want to do a linked list? Not really. I don't really want to do a linked list because, yeah, let's see. Do I want to do a linked list? No, I don't want to do a linked list. I'm just going to do a damn array, and it's going to be big, and I don't care. So I am going to parameterize this so that I can, having learned my lesson from before, we're going to get it right on the sample input before we try it on the real input. So I'm going to do that as my sample input, and then circle make byte array size multiplicity times length of balloons. And then for multiplicity, I guess. Circle dot append, and then these will be for range multiplicity, that. Okay, then okay, this is not actually the same. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta check on something here. Okay, so we don't want to have balloons start. Yeah. Okay, and then here we do two different cases. So if circle bracket 0 is equal to shot color and length of circle 0, okay, then we have to, in this case, we have to delete both of them. So in this case, circle equals slices dot can I just say append? Nope, I'm going to have to do slices dot concat. Here, let's do length of circle. And okay, and so then if we had, say if we had 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, we would want to, let's do 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we want 1 and 2, so from 1 to clen, and then clen plus 1 colon on up. Yep. else we just get rid of one of them. Circle equals okay. So let's try this. Oh, here, yeah. Okay. Well, that is very much not correct. So, let's see this. So, if we have just 10, 644. Okay, so I am way overcounting things. So let's go back to this example. Let's take GGBR. GGBR and replace it 5 times. And what we're going to do is we're going to after shot plus 1 have okay, so okay, so first off, I'm getting a totally wrong value here. 40 balloons. Okay, so okay, so that should partially explain it. Okay, so 14 shots. Okay, and then let's try this larger example. Trying that larger example. $2,955. Okay. Now, how many times do we have to repeat this? 100 times in the real one. So if we do that, two one 359. Yay! Okay. Balloon game worked very well. Replicate the chosen. Balloon game should work very well. Even for events, half the world gathers. Place. The only thing I need to do is replicate the chosen sequence, your notes, more times. Okay, so it's possible that I could just do this again with a larger multiplicity. It's also possible that that would be horrible. But on the other hand, it's only 100,000. I mean, the general rule of thumb is that if you have to do something fewer than 1,000,000 times and it's relatively fast, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think that this is a problem. This is this has to do occasional reworking. I don't think that this is going to be a problem. So I'm just going to copy this over and say here, P3, P3, save it. I copy. I'm surprised that it's not giving me an error any time. It's not even that big. I don't necessarily see what the big deal is here, although well, So we're only doing 100,000 shots. And this is taking an awfully long time. Well, I could make it a little bit faster. Let's see. So there are a couple different ways. I could think about to make it faster. I could try a radically different data representation. I could actually go to a linked list. I don't actually think that that will make things much faster. One of the problems here with with changing it to a linked list is that I will need to be able to jump to a specific point. I could use some kind of rope structure. That's a lot of work, and kind of disproportionate for what we've already seen in this problem. So well, I could just try the simple thing where I move stuff one down, so that I'm not reallocating memory. I'm always using the same bit of memory over and over again. That seems like it would be a little bit faster. I do want to get some idea of how fast this is going, so I'm going to here, sure, if shot, so, okay, so it's zipping along. Wait a second. I let it go on way longer. We should... Oh. It's zipping along, but these balloons are not... They are just not disappearing fast enough. So I'm thinking that I can't... Okay. So let's see, I can't... Yeah, these... So these balloons that I'm doing, I've got 25 million of these balloons. And they are not disappearing fast enough. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out what happens when I shoot, say, what happens if I shoot 3 shots at a time? I know I can do more than that at a time, but let's just go for a little thing of what if I shoot 3 shots at a time? Yeah, 25 million balloons are just not gonna disappear fast enough. Okay. So first off, I have 255 balloons. Okay. So if I have 10,000 of these, and I need to figure out what to do when I have with each kind of alignment. So wait, but okay, so 255. 255 is a multiple of 3. So maybe I can shoot 255 balloons all at once. Okay, so that'll take care of like half the balloons. I don't know, man. Or wait, what if because I don't have to know what balloon I'm hitting on the other side. So what if I do, like, for the first half, I just determine how many, and then I've determined how many I skip, and then I bring them together, and then I do it again. And then I do it again with what's left. Okay. So I need to know how many things I've pulled off of the other end before I'm done. So okay. Okay, so I'm going to say, well, this is greater than 0. Initial circle length is that. And now I'm going to do, what if I just take like, no, I want to take up to half. I want to take up to half because I want to only use the rest. Okay, so one's shot on other side equals 0. I know that's stupid. And now for range so if I have and actually I want to do this, I want to do the real, I want to do the yeah, I'm going to do this thing. Okay, else do that. So I'm going to do the big thing here, and for the small thing I'm just going to do that. And actually I'm going to make that smaller. So for one shot on the other side, I say for length. Okay, so for range of that, I do here. Okay. Okay, now wait. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, for range that, gotta love Go format. Okay, so for that, okay, then, okay, I've shot all the way up to clen over 2, every time we do this, shot plus plus. Every time, okay, so I've shot up through, okay, now, so if I first started with an odd number of, if I first started with an odd number of balloons, I wanted to shoot actually, like if I first started with 5, admittedly I wouldn't be in this, first started with 5, I'd want to shoot 1, 2, 3, because the ones I shoot on the other side Oh, okay. And yeah, so here we do, okay, so right, so I'd want to do, so I'm the reason I keep closing my eyes and like making this symbol is because I'm thinking carefully and trying to avoid an off by one error, because this feels like there's a lot of chance for off by one errors. So what I'm going to do is consider, okay, if I, okay, so um, I'm going, so okay, I have here, so I'm going to shoot directly from 0 to so if I had 5, I would shoot numbers 0, 1, and 2. Okay, if I had 6, I would shoot numbers 0, 1, and 2. So for 5, I'm going to shoot 3 times. For 6, I'm going to shoot 3 times. So actually, I need to shoot that many times. 0 to okay, so 6, I would shoot 0, 1, and 2 directly. So I would shoot 3 times. So I'm shooting up to, yeah. Okay, so for 5, I shoot 0 to 5. Okay, so I'm shooting up to just before CLEN/2. So for so for 5 I shoot 0, 1, and 2, so I do shoot 3 times. For 6 I shoot 0, 1, and 2, I shoot 3 times. Yeah, for 7 I would shoot 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 are over here. So for 7 I shoot, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the last thing I shoot directly, so shoot balloon 0 and -1, 2, and everything in between. Shoot +1 over 2 times. Okay, so I'm shooting that many times, And then the last thing I shot was that. So, okay, so now, length of circle. Okay, so original CLN is that. Yeah, orig. So original CLN is that, and now what I have is I have shot okay, and now I take circle to be the remainder. So circle equals circle bracket. Okay, this will be CLN plus 1 over 2 plus 1's shot on other side to the end. And this will be that. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works with this thing and 100. Okay, because we have an answer for that thing and 100. Okay, and okay, it does not work. 10, 266. Okay. Right, because the ones we shot on the other side are weird, and they're in the wrong... They're in the wrong spot. Okay, right, because you don't shoot them directly in sequence, because especially if you skip some, yeah, then you shoot them later. Okay, so these are the wrong ones. So what we are going to do instead, we're going to have to figure out also here, I don't want circle of 0. I want yeah, and also here we have shot orange. Okay, so so that's the one I'm trying to shoot right now. Actually, let's make this instead of original shot that. Let's just No, we do want that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what if we figure out what should be on the other side, and we exit out? So then we do okay, so if we are shooting, okay, so we have this circle. We've shot some of the balloons, and some of the balloons over here. Okay, and now we're going to shoot a balloon here, and we want the one on the opposite side, and the opposite side will count by counting backwards because we won't have shot any of those balloons. So let's see. If I am shooting at, so basically the thing that is at, okay, so the so the thing at that is the end, and we want thing at circle is the end, and we want 5 minus that. Circle CLN is at the end. Thing at circle CLN minus 1 is at the end. And if we are shooting, if we think that there are before we shoot 6 things, then we want the thing 3, not 1 from the end. We want the thing, 2 from the end. So half of CLN. So that minus half of CLN. So we want the thing at minus 2, which we know we can do, is to pop. So circle bracket orig CLN minus CLN slash 2 x. Okay, one shot on other side, plus plus. Okay, now circle new. Make byte array. Sure. Let's say 0. And what is its size going to be? Orig CLN slash 2 CLN slash 2 minus I guess. And then I'm going to also do this circle bracket shot minus a ridge shot okay. I'm not entirely sure that I'm allocating circle new correctly, but I don't really care. Yeah. For IDX, colon equals 2 append circle new of if b okay, so if b is not x, oh, well that's interesting. We shouldn't have okay, so oh, right, because I never 304. Okay, let's check 100 times. 2955. Okay, let's go back to our set here where we do $100,000. Okay, much better. Much better time. Yeah, okay, and it took me just over an hour. Okay, well, I am going to clean this up, and I'm not actually sure how I'm going to clean this up, but I am definitely going to convert it over to YouTube before posting it, and hopefully I will get to do Quest 3 tomorrow or the day after. Thank you for watching if you watched the whole thing.